Okay. We had a question before I turned on the recorder about when are Pell Grant checks going out or whatever. And the only answer I could give that is on the administrative calendar, they say that student refunds are issued every Thursday. Oops, here comes Diana. Let me get her in. Okay, and D is here. So let me get him in. There's D. All right. And Matthew's here. Let's see if we can get Matthew in. All right. Okay. Any other questions, issues, or concerns before I go? Like I was saying, um, say again? Yeah, I've got you. That's D, right? Okay, yeah, I got you when you were coming in. You couldn't hear me yet, but I said it. Okay, but always remind me. Good idea. The question was about, whoops, here's Jennifer. Oh, hell. I have a feeling this is Tyler because it says Jennifer. And I bet you Tyler's phone wasn't working because I think I already had him here. Yes, I did. So I guess he's going under the name Jennifer today. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. The question was about financial Pell Grant. All I have on here is that student refunds are every Thursday, and I can only make the assumption that they are done direct deposit unless you've directed otherwise. If you feel like you should have gotten something and haven't, my best guess, and I said it backwards before, is go to FINAID at lawsonstate.edu. That's financial aid at lawsonstate.edu, and someone will be back to you usually within the day. Okay, unless it's really late in the day, then it'll probably be the next morning. I think they've calmed down some, so they probably are a bit more able to answer questions now. So try to get in touch with them if possible. Now, sorry, that's all I can give. Was there another question? Okay, I think someone's phone's on and they don't realize it. Okay, I mean, I said phone, but microphone. Okay, let me see if I can get Zoom to come back. There it is. No, that's not Zoom. Okay, somebody's microphone is on, I believe, and they may not realize it. Okay. I'll minimize this. Okay, Tyler has come back under his own name this time, so I think I've already got him a couple times here. Yeah, Tyler's here. Why I can't get Zoom to show up here? That's Screencast-O-Matic. Let's see what I do if I expand the screen. There we go. There, I'm back. All right. Let's see, we've now got 20 students here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, good deal. Good attendance today. Hope some more will be coming in. But let's go on. Any other questions before we get started on the math? We are recording now. Any other questions? All right. So let's go to 1.4 slide here, and we'll go from current slide, if I can get it to show up. And let me get some of this stuff moved around some, because this, you can't see it, but this taskbar is smack in the way. Now, we do have a new person here, first day in the class. Let me ask you, do you feel confident enough about Blackboard, or do you need me to do a real quick dog and pony show on Blackboard? Terrell.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and do the dog and pony show on Blackboard?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have to pause a moment here and go to a new share. I think I have Blackboard up here somewhere. But I'm not seeing it right now. Let's see. I don't think that's it. Okay. Hang on a moment. I'm going to have to minimize this again. I hate doing that. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do is escape out of it's not responding. Let me, okay, here we go. Let's see if I can find Blackboard here. For some reason, Zoom screen is blocking everything I'm looking at. There we go. All right, I can finally get to it. Now, still don't see it coming up. Okay, let's do a new share then. Oh, wait, here comes Anaya. Boy, when I get too many things open, it's hard to see people coming in. If you see or sense that anyone's trying to come in, please let me know, because all these different things open at the same time block the thing. So let's do a new share if I can get it to open. All right. What I'm going to do, all right. Now let's see. Let me try this. That looks like it right there. Okay, folks, can you see my Math 112 page on Blackboard? Yay or nay? Somebody let me know. Good. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. Okay, first thing you'll see on yours, you won't see this because that's hidden from students, it's for faculty. Here you have a start here. It underlines, but you notice there's no icon over here like there is there. Okay, so therefore when that happens, you have to come to the down arrow, click on that, and it opens up. And then it says your first task, blah, blah, blah. I'll let you read this on your own. But let me show you some of the other things under here. You won't see navigating the course. This is online learning. This is for, they use the same template they use for online classes for the virtual classes. They don't fit very well. So I took this one off because this is strictly pretty much for online. Okay. But here's course syllabus. You notice it does underline with an icon, so you can click on it. And when you do that, you'll see wording about the syllabus comes up here, and the syllabus thing here. Now notice you have an icon here, but it doesn't underline. So that means you go to the three dots here, click on the three dots, and it says download original file. If I were to click on that to download the original file, then you'll see down here in the lower left corner it start loading and downloading, and when it completes downloading, then you can click on that and there will be the syllabus in front of you. Okay, so that's how you access the syllabus. I believe you've already done the syllabus acknowledgement page. If you haven't, please do that. It's the last page on the syllabus, and either extract that and send it to me in an email as an attachment to an email, or to attachment to Blackboard message, or there's a mechanism you can do it within this Blackboard if you want to do it that way, Blackboard assignment or something like that. Okay, so there's the syllabus. Any questions on it? Please read it and not do that last page if you haven't already. All right, I'm clicking out, and that's what the white X in the blue box over here clicks you out. So that was a syllabus, and there's a syllabus agreement, blah, blah, blah. So you can do it that way, or you can just copy, type your name and things. I've already seen it for you, I'm pretty sure, so I think you've already done that. Okay, textbook, again, it underlines with an icon, so you can click on that, and this is exactly the same stuff that's in the syllabus. It's there in the syllabus, it's here again under textbook. So I'm going to again click out of this, the white X in the blue box, upper left, that's where you leave that. Okay, course weekly schedule, that was for online courses. Required computer skills for online courses. American with Disabilities, again, it underlines with an icon. You can click on that. It's the same information you see in the syllabus, it's just written in a slightly different order. Okay, but everything's there. Okay, I'm going to exit that again and come on down as quickly as I can. Okay, that's all within that first block. So I'm going back up and close it. See, when I clicked on this arrow here, oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the thing that you don't see. This one. It went up and that opened everything. I'm going to close it back down and it pulls things back up. Now here's instructor, contact, and office hour. Again, it underlines no icon, so you have to come over here and open it this way. And there's my email address, virtual office hours. Okay, I'll fill in that a little bit more in just a second. And contact information. Okay, this one does underline with an icon, so you can click on that, and that gives my name, what I teach, email address. Say you can contact me either through email or Blackboard message. There are my office hours again, so they're all over the place here. That's my contact information. Any questions on that? Okay, Xing out of this again, moving on down. Okay, that's all that's in that one, so I'm going to close it. You don't have to, but I'm going to. The weekly activities, again, it underlines but no icon, so you have to open this on the left hand side, and there it opened up, and now it shows all the weeks. Now I'm not going to show you all the weeks, but I'm going to go over week 1. It underlines with an icon, so you can just click on that, and here's the overview and weekly to-do list. I won't open that now. We'll show you the one for week 4, which we're in now. Here's the one I want to focus on: instructional materials, lessons, PowerPoints, videos, handouts, and so forth. It does underline with an icon, so you can click on it and it'll open. Takes a while. Okay, there was a PowerPoint slide for the first week. We're still on that same PowerPoint. It's a whole section worth. Okay, now this is what I want to focus on: recorded lectures. This is the YouTube link to the playlist. You'll see the word list here. That's the playlist. Now I think I will go on and open on this, but I'll warn you ahead of time, the volume starts. So I'll have to talk over myself because this is what's going on there. So let me show you this. I'm going to click on this and you'll start hearing me talking. So ignore that part. Listen to me now. These up here at the top are the ones from previous terms, last spring mostly. Okay, Now, I'm going to move on down to the bottom. These are the ones for this time, starting right here. And it doesn't give the date, but this was Thursday a week ago. This was last Tuesday, and this was last Thursday. Those are the only ones we could record because the school hadn't paid the bill, and I couldn't record. So anything before that, you can get if you scroll up here to the top again, or near the top, right here. There's where I talk about the syllabus for last spring. Same syllabus, slightly different format, but same syllabus. My locator card, I go through that. Same deal, but it's just for last spring rather than now. Let me see. It just, okay. And then after this, I'll start taking these off and doing new ones. Okay, so these are the two to watch for the first two classes we missed, and then pick up with 1.4 at the bottom. I'm going to get out of here because this guy's driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to have to move Braxton. He's in the way again. Okay. All right. Got rid of that guy. Okay, now that's recorded lectures. That's where you pick up the syllabus and locator card, and I start in 1.4 on that class that day. That was from last spring because I couldn't record those this time because the school hadn't paid the bill. But I started last Thursday a week ago, and then Tuesday and Thursday of last week, and today I'm recording again. You probably can't see it, but I am. Here's instructional videos. Now these are videos that I've either found myself or students have told me about that they found useful. Prof. Rod Bob, he's a little corny, but it's a lot like Khan Academy. Here's Midnight Tutor. Here's this one's called Education Portal. This one's called Math Vids, Math Videos, and then this one's called Slater. Now, especially Slater uses an older edition of the book. I don't know why he hasn't updated it, but it's still good information. So those are instructional videos. I will not put these on every week. What I'll say, you'll see it, see week 1, see week 1. Handouts. Okay, now I will open this one. Again, there is an icon, but it doesn't underline, so this is my locator card. The only reason I'm going to open this, well, I hit it twice. There it is. Download the original file, and you'll see it is, well, nope, now it's downloaded. So now I can click on it. Here's the locator card as soon as it comes up. It shows my office hours just like it did otherwise. You know, you've seen it 2 or 3 times now. Okay, I don't see anyone new coming in, but let me just check and make sure. Well, somebody has. Now it says 22. Do I have 21 students here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I've got them. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let me minimize this. That thing pops up when people try to come in. That's not what I wanted. Minimize. Okay, here's the locator card. Now, remember I said my office hours are 8 to 10 on Monday mornings. There it shows it. Then I'm in class, Calculus 2 class, Calculus 3 class, and Differential Equation class. Okay, and then it's through at 3:45, so I have office advising hours again from 4 to 6. Except I do virtual advising, and that's from 5 to 6. Most weeks lately, I've had nobody sign up. I forgot to check this morning. I'll check before the end of the day and make sure. But if you can't catch me between 4 and 6, I may be doing virtual advising. Okay? Now, they require us to do 5 hours. Here's the first one right here. Okay, so let's go back to the top. And Diana, you're in the way, so I'm going to have to move you to the top. Okay, and let's go to the top. Tuesday, Thursday. I'm in the office from 8 to 8:30 Tuesday, Thursday morning. I was this morning. I will be hopefully every morning. Then I have this class, followed immediately by Pre-Calculus Trig, followed immediately by uh, linear algebra, and I have 30 minutes for lunch, and then I start a Physical Science 111 class, and it's a mini-term class, so it goes for 2.5 hours of class and 2 hours of lab. So that is the rest of the day, basically. It goes till 5:45, and then I'm off at 6, supposedly. Now, am I off at 6? Hardly ever. Ask my wife. Okay, I'm almost always, as soon as or sometime here during this office advising, if I don't have someone on the phone, I will be loading the invite for a Zoom for the next day's class, and we'll see that coming up later too. Here this day, I can't do that until after 5:45 because my lab goes till 5:45. So usually I'm in here doing that from 5:45 until I finish loading the ones for the next day class. All right, let's go to Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning looks a lot like Monday morning, office advising from 8 to 10. The difference is I do have virtual advising 8 to 9. So I don't have that on Monday, I do on Wednesday. So there's my second hour, second out of 5, and then same 3 classes, same schedule, all the way till the end of the day, and there I have, just like before, 5 to 6, I'm in virtual advising. So there's my third hour. Okay. Thursday is just like Tuesday, if I could just find my cursor here. Okay. Just like Thursday, just like Tuesday, same long day. The only time I'm in the office is in the morning, 8 to 8:30. Well, I'm in the office is this bedroom here, but I'm here all day long, but I'm teaching classes basically all day long, except I have a 15-minute break here, a 15-minute break there, and a 30-minute lunch here. Okay, now someone went out, I think came back in. Let's see if anyone's waiting. Yeah, Janae is waiting, so let me get her back in. I think I already had her marked present. Janae, got her. Okay. All right, good deal. Welcome back. Now, so Tuesday and Thursday are identically the same. Go right until the end of the day, that physics lab, and then I'm off. Now, these are good for first mini term only, and that's only this week and 4 more weeks. Okay. Friday, I'm in the office from 8 to 12 most days. I'll let you know anytime I'm not going to be. Like one day late this month, I think the last Friday of the month, I'm planning to take that Friday morning off because we've got to go to Georgia and take care of some business there. But I don't have any classes, so I'll take off that. But here's what I want to tell you about this. Remember, I only had 3 of my 5 office virtual advising. The next 2 are 8 to 10 on Friday morning. Those are my last 2 advising times during the week. Friday morning, 8 to 10. I'm in the office at least until 12, and basically here, well, after 12, just about all the time. Now, second mini term, when it happens, this Physical Science 111 class will be over with, but Physical Science 112 will be starting at 3:15 rather than at 1:15. So that's going to give me an opportunity to have a little bit longer lunch, but also I'll have an virtual advising possibly here and here because I'll have an hour free each day. The reason that may happen is they've got me down now for a second mini term physics class that's going to go from 4:30 till 6:30. So that's going to wipe out some of my office advising hours here, but it'll also wipe out my virtual advising hours. So that if this class makes here, then I'll pick up virtual advising up here. I'll let you know that when it happens. Okay. No, ours is a full-term class. Okay. The only mini terms are this Physical Science 111 followed by 112 and possibly that physics, on second mini term Monday, Wednesday evening. Now, I told you this class would start at 3:15. That means that second mini-term class goes to 7:45. So I will be very late on these 2 days getting the Zoom invites done for the next 2, but that doesn't affect you any. All right, so there's a locator card. Now don't put these on. I'm going to get out of this right now. Okay, so there's a locator card. Research paper general instructions. Let me just show you these just so, well, again, it doesn't underline, it has an icon, so you come here. Click on there, and there are the research paper general instructions. You can read them. If you listen to the videos from that syllabus day back in last spring, you heard me talk about it. Same research paper assignment. The only difference is what months, you get bonus points for. So read that. You need to get me a research paper topic sometime soon. Not immediate, but soon as you can. Okay. Labs or no labs in this course, but here is the Cengage. I should usually put WebAssign class key for this course is Lawson.al and then these 8 digits with a space in between. Okay, Lawson.al space 4 digits space 4 digits. So there is your Cengage WebAssign class key. Now let me say this about WebAssign. I don't make any assignments on WebAssign, but I do occasionally have students who really like WebAssign from previous courses, and if they do and they want to use it, I put them out there. So there are the people at Cengage put the examples out there, the exercises. You can use it to your heart's content. You can turn those in for your weekly assignment if you want to, or you can do the ones from the book. I don't care, but just get me something every week. And again, send it either as an attachment to an email, attachment to a Blackboard message, or there's a mechanism you can do it on the weekly assignment. We'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, any questions on, yes?
I have a question. So if we have you for math and physics,
Right.
Can we do it, the research paper, can we turn it in?
Okay, now which physics are you talking about? Physical science or physics?
Physical science.
Oh, physical science. Yeah, this is Diana talking. No, that's a paper for each class. Sorry about that. 2 different subjects, do 2 different papers. Good try, though. Good try. Okay. Okay. You're right. Didn't hurt, did it? Okay. All right. Anything else on this page? All right. And you'll be referred to this time and again for this link, these links, and these handouts, and the class key. Okay. So that's that one. Go X out of that. And I don't think anything else here. Here's for the research paper topic. You can turn it in this way, or you can give it to me on an email or an attachment. Either send it to me in an email as attachment to an email, or send it to me on Blackboard message or attachment to a Blackboard message. Doesn't matter. Week 1 assessment, I don't think there's anything to be done there. That's mostly for online classes, but I left it out there. Also how to submit if you need that. That's mostly for online classes, and the rest of it is all online. Okay, now I'm not going to do week 2 and 3. I'm going straight to week 4 because that's the one we're in. Week 2 and 3 look just the same. You'll see the exceptions. Again, the underlines. Okay, here's the overview and weekly to-do list for this week. And this is why I wanted to show it to you. Okay. They make us do a little paragraph at the top here, just saying what I hope to accomplish this week. And these will be the objectives. Whether we'll get all of them done, I don't know. I want to make sure we got at least all of them out there. And weekly to-do list, read and study 1.4. That's what we're going to start on today. Then we'll move into 1.5. And we doubt if we'll get to 1.6 on Thursday, but we might. So I put it here and submit at least one homework exercise, especially any for which you're having trouble finding the correct answers. Okay, you'll see that every week. Any questions on the overview for this week? All right. If not, let me close this one out and go to the instructional materials. Now, I'll show you the only thing that's different here. The PowerPoints. There's the 1.4 PowerPoints that I've already opened. 1.5 is waiting. 1.6 we may get to on Thursday. Recorded lectures, please see the YouTube video playlist link given in week 1. Instructional videos, please see the instructional video links given in week 1. Handouts, please see the research paper instructions and locator card links given in week 1. And etc. Please see the Cengage WebAssign class key given in week 1. It just, I don't know why they have us do this every week. It's the same thing. These will change, but these are all the same. So that's why I refer you back to week 1. That's why I wanted to show them to you. Any questions on that for this week? All right. And then the one thing here, week 4. Now, okay, let me talk about discussion. I'm not going to assign a discussion, but if some of you, a group of you, 2, 3, 4, any number of you, want to work on a problem together that you think you might get better because you can't get together in class or after class or something, you want to do this, just let me know what you want to do. I'll put a problem, exercise, anything you want out there that you can work together on. Perfectly fine with me. That's why I didn't blank it out. This is mostly for online classes, but since this is an online class, we'll use it if you want to. Here's the week 4 assignment, which I wanted to say week 4 homework. Uh-oh, I can't click on that. Well, I should be able to click on it. Yeah, there it goes. It just took a while. I'm going to change this and say week 4 homework, okay? But I won't do that now. Please submit at least one homework problem, especially any for which you're having difficulties. Now, you won't see this every week because notice here, there is no way I could add anything here. Sometimes, I don't know why Blackboard is set up this way. Sometimes I can't put this statement there because there's no little plus sign. The little plus sign allows me to put something else there. There was a little plus sign earlier. That's why I was able to get this here, but now they've taken it away. Now, here's the other thing. I'm going to change this later. This is 0 points. There's 0 points for the homework. I'll show you where it's going to come into play. In fact, I think I'm going to change this right now. Okay, well, wait. Actually, here's what I'm going to change first. Okay, I'm going to change this to say week 4 homework. This is such an awkward system. Okay. And then I'll change the grading here to read to be, takes it too long to come up. Okay, change it to 0 points. Okay, see, it's changed to 0 maximum points. And it changed the name to week 4 homework. I wanted you to notice that. So I'm going to close this out now. And notice back here, oh, it did change to week 4 homework. Okay, good for it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, the rest of this is not anything worth looking at. The week 4 assessment, I don't think there's anything there. I'm going to check it just to make sure. Now this one, I could put something there if I wanted to, but this is mostly for online classes because that's how they do their grading. Is through their assessments. Okay, now what I might do in the future is put your test there, and that makes sense, and then I'll change the name from week 4 assessment to test 1. That's coming up later. Okay, so I'm going to close this out for now, but if they don't have the little plus there that week, I can't put it there. I'll show you where I'll put it. Okay, and then how to submit, yeah, the rest of this I think you've seen before, and those are hidden. All right, any questions on the weekly blah, blah, blahs? Okay. And let me move on up and close all these out. Okay. Okay. And then live virtual meetings. Again, this underlined, no icon, so you come over here and click, and all it says is this: the evening before each class, a Zoom invite, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully you've seen that, and you saw it through a Blackboard announcement, and this is when we meet, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now the rest of this, let me just tell you on this. I'm not giving a single midterm. You're going to have a test after 1.6, after 1.9. That will cover all of Chapter 1. Then we'll have one midway through 2.3. I'll give you a test that covers the first 3 sections, and then at the end, one that covers the whole chapter. And then 3, same thing. You'll have little tests and then a big test. Used to be quizzes and tests. This time I make them all tests. Okay. Looks like someone may have tried to come back in. Let me see if they did. Nope, I don't have anyone waiting. All right. So, any question on this part of Blackboard? Okay, I got to move D out of the way. He's in the way again. So, I'm going to go back to the top of, we're in content now. Okay. I should have pointed something out to you earlier. I got to scoot people down because, well, let me see. I think I can move you here. Okay. This is content. This is a calendar. I don't ever use a calendar. This is that discussion group. If you want to have a discussion, this is where you go. Here's the grade book. Now, I'm not going to go in great detail here, but that's what that icon stands for. And I don't know what you see. It probably doesn't look quite like this. I don't know what it looks like. I'm just going to show this to you quickly, just to let you see. I'll warn you on this. When you see automatic 0, don't sweat that. That's something stupid that Blackboard's doing. I can't figure out how to do it. If it says posted, that's either I've done it or sometimes Blackboard has done it correctly. But when I post, I try to do that. I don't know what the automatic 0, I can't get it to change, but typically here's what it is. If you see a post, that means you've turned it in. If you don't see a post, that means I haven't seen anything. If you see a post and a grade, it's either Blackboard has done it or I've done it. Okay. Here was week 2 homework. Okay. A couple are posted, some are not. Some posted, some are not. There are more on there. Now, when we do get the first test, rather than week 4 homework, it'll say test 1, but it won't show up here. I will move the actual grades over here and have all these other things to the right. So your research paper, when someone turns it in, it'll be here. When your test 1, it'll be here. Test 2 will be here. All these things will be shifted to the right because these have no points. Those have points. Okay. Any questions on the grade book? Okay. Let me go then to, I don't see anyone new coming in, but let me just check. No one's waiting. Sorry, I have to do this because every time that pops up, that could mean someone's trying to come in. Here's the Blackboard messages. And D has sent me a message, when was it? An hour ago. So I haven't opened this one yet. When I get the message, I'll do. Okay. Oh, he was sending it to everybody. Okay. Evidently, he got the word. Glad you did. Thank you for answering somebody. Okay. Because D got in here. So I'll be deleting that one later. And this last one, I don't know what it does. Analytics. I'm not using that. That's Blackboard at a glance. Any questions before we leave it? You have to play around with it. Y'all are more used to this than I am. Has anyone got a question?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So can we still submit the assignments if we're writing the paper or book or?
Absolutely. You see, Blackboard puts those deadlines out there. I don't know why. Every time I see them, I try to change them, but sometimes it puts them out and I don't even know they're there. Okay, so ignore the deadlines. If there's assignment, get it to me. Like that page from your syllabus, your research paper topic, week 2 homework, week 3 homework, get them to me. please, I'll say this. In fact, I'm glad you asked that because here is a homework that I received. Now, this is what it looked like when I got it, so it's really hard to see. But someone did not put a name on it, and I have not been able to figure out who that is. I think this was week 2 homework. Someone wrote it in light red ink, and there was some sort of this at the top of the picture. They took a picture of it, JPEG I believe it was, and I cannot figure out whose it is. Does anyone know whose that was? It's they sent it on August the 27th, it looks like. Okay, anyone here who sent it to me August 27th wrote it in red ink pen. You took a picture. I can tell it was a picture because I can see your shadow there where your arm was when you were taking the picture. So I haven't been able to give you credit for that because you didn't put a name on it. I'll try to figure out whose it is if I can have time to go through emails and see if I can find it. If it came through a Blackboard message and I deleted the message, I can't get those back. But this one to me looks like a email attachment. Okay, because I did that on my wife's iPad downstairs. I use that printer, and this is sometimes how those print. So please, folks, put your name. And if it's older work that you're trying to make up, also put week 2 homework. You know, if it's a research paper topic, I can figure that out. If it's your acknowledgement page, I can figure that out. But if it's a past homework, then put down on there week 2 homework, week 3 homework, or something like that. Did that answer your question, Shay? I think I put, okay, great. I was afraid I put you to sleep with my long answer. Okay. All right, then I'm going to get out of Blackboard unless there's some reason to stay in it. So let's go to the new share and finally get back to 1.4. All right, any other questions before we actually get started on the class today? All right. Now, if not, we're on example 10, chapter 1, functions and their graphs. And if you did pay attention to the syllabus, it said this course covers the algebra of functions. And that's what this first chapter is about. That's why we're spending so much time on it. Section 1.4 was functions. We're going to cover lots and lots of things about functions in this section. That's why it takes so long to get through it. Let's see if we can finish it today. All right, and we're just going to give an arm wave, I think, to this first example. It's alternative fuel stations. It's not on the PowerPoint, and I think what we'll do is I will show you what it is for those of you who don't have books yet. It sounds like maybe some of you don't. Here is what the problem is. Okay, I know that's not really clear. Alternative fuel, that's it, right? Yeah, alternative fuel systems or sources or something like that. Okay, here is the graph they're doing. Now you'll notice in the first like 5, that's a bar graph, the first 5 months go up fairly sharply, and the last 5 or years, I guess it is, go up a little more slowly. So therefore, to model the actual numbers, okay, they do this piecewise defined function. I don't know if you can read it. S of t, which I think says for stations or something like that, for the first so many months, it was one linear model, and the second was the second linear model. Okay, this is a heavy book, so it's hard to do. So I'm going to write down on my, and for those who haven't been here before, I do have what they call a Wacom pad and a stylus, which is an ionizing pen. And if you've ever signed out of Home Depot or somewhere like that, if your signature look anything like reality, you're better at writing than I am. So this is not going to be pretty writing, but I'll do the best I can. So I'm going to the whiteboard. So now I've got to move some things around here. D is in the way again. I should have known that. Now you can't see this, but I have a taskbar here that is smacking the white space. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And then the white space itself is being covered by your names and other stuff. So I'm going to move it as far to the left. And to you, you just see white, I think. But to me, I have limited white space here. So I'm going to do that because I have all this other stuff open. So here's what that function, approximated function is. Okay, S of t. Now remember, in naming functions, the thing inside the parentheses is the independent variable, and that t stands for time. This time the time is in years. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. The S, I think, stands for number of fuel stations, so that's stations. Stations is a function of time. Let me get my pen to come back. There it is. And this is a piecewise defined function, and that's why they have the brace there. And this was a linear regression model. You don't have to know that, but it's 260.8 times t minus 439. Okay, and this was good for years 8 to 11. I'll explain what that means in a minute. The second one is 151.2 t plus 714. And this was good for years 12 through 15. Now, probably should read the problem. The number S, that's this S right here, if I can get my cursor to show, that S right here, number of fuel stations that sold E85, that's a gasoline ethanol blend, in the U.S. increased in a linear pattern from 2008 until 2011. This is the linear pattern. If I can, there it is right there. That's the pattern that happened between those years. Now notice they didn't put 2008 to 2011. They just took the last two digits. 8 to 11. Years 8 to 11, that means 2008 to 2011. Okay? Linear because the t is raised to the first power. Okay? Now, what do these numbers mean? Well, this means that's on average about 261 new stations added every year for those first 5 years, 2008 to 2011. Now, this number here, that's sort of meaningless. In doing the regression line, that's where it would have come out on year 2000. Well, obviously you didn't have a negative number of stations on year 2000. That meant the curve was much slower then, but then became linear after 2008. So don't worry about this one, okay? And then from 2012 to 2015, it was down closer to 151 stations per year added. Still adding stations, but at not nearly the rate they did here. And again, this is kind of a meaningless number here. If you went from that curve, that lower curve, extrapolated back to year 2000, it would have been 714 stations. Well, again, that's sort of meaningless because it was doing some bending there. Okay, now, then increase in a different linear pattern, that's what this one is, from years 2012 to 2015. Those two patterns can be estimated by these functions. Now, here's what the functions. T represents, like I said before, the year where t equal 8 represents 2008, t equal 11, 2011, t equal 12, 2012, t equal 15, 2015, so and on, and every year in between. Don't go any year before 2008. That won't make any sense. And don't go any year past 2015. That won't make any sense. This is a limited domain, okay? It's a fixed domain. What did they call this? Not implied domain, but external domain. It is one that is actually there. Okay, now, here's something else they tell you, and they don't do a good job of saying this. This is use the function they do on the graph, but they don't otherwise. I'm almost certain, maybe I'm thinking of a different problem, but I thought these were stations in the thousands. Maybe not. Okay, maybe it's just number of stations, but I thought it was a number of stations in the thousands. They don't ever say what S is. But anyway, that's what we have. Now, rather than do everything they say, here's what they say. Use this function to approximate the number of stations that sold E85 each year from 2008 to 2015. I don't want to do them all. I want you to choose me some years. You choose me a year sometime between 2008 and 2015. Anybody, choose a year. 2013. Okay, so that's the year we're going to start with, is 2013. Now you tell me what the T would be then. For 2013, what would T be? 13. Excellent. Now to do a piecewise defined function, that's the first thing you do. Figure out where in the world you are, Waldo. Well, are you between 8 and 11? No, you're between 12 and 15. So we use this portion here. So what we'll do, the S of 13, which stands for 2013, would be equal to 151.2 times, plug in whatever goes in the T here, plug it in there. Plug in the 13 here, plus 714. Okay, I'm going to pull out my handy dandy phone, which also acts as my calculator here. I've got to get it logged in and get over to the calculator. All right, there I'm in my calculator mode. So I do exactly what it tells me. 151.2 times 13 plus 714 equal 2,679.6. Now that's approximate. So you really don't need that many digits. What they say here is, let's do 13. They say about 2,680. Okay, because guess what? You don't have 6/10 of a service station. So round that 6 up to, it's greater than 5. So the 9 is, that would become a 0, and the 7 would become an 8. So 2680. And that's exactly what they got in the book for 2013 is 2680. Okay, I guess I ought to write it down. And that's approximate because these is based on a linear regression. It may not be exactly 2,680, but that is your approximate number of service stations in year 2013. Okay, someone give me another year. Anybody? What'd you say? All right, if you were saying something that came off awfully garbled, try again. Give me another year. This time give me one between 2008 and 2011. Anybody? Say again?
2009.
Okay, so then what will we put here for T? 9. Perfect. Okay, so this will be, this time, where are you, Waldo? You're up in this group. So you use this expression. This is a piecewise defined function depending on what part of the domain you're in. You're in this part, so let's go over here. This will be 260.8 times 9 minus 439. Okay, again, get my handy dandy calculator handy here. 260.8 times 9 minus 439 equal. I got about 1,908 service stations in that year. And what did they get in the book? Yep, 1908. Now you can do every one of these to your heart's content, okay? And that would be perfectly fine. There was my calculator. I dropped the 2 because it was less than 5 and just made it 1908, okay, which is exactly what the book did. Any questions on how to do that problem? Okay. Now, because there is a new person here, I want to point this out. Every example given in the text is followed up by what they call a checkpoint. The checkpoint is a problem very similar to the one that was up here, only it's different, and it'll ask a question or two. And to get, my suggestion is, as soon as class is over with, do checkpoints for every example we did in class that day. Their answers are in the back of the book. You have to go back there and search for them, but they're back there. And if you can't get, the answer that's in the back of the book and you can't figure out why, notice what's written next to that checkpoint. It said, I can't read it, I'm reading backwards. It says, audio video solutions are in English and in Spanish are given at larsonprecalculus.com. Now, most of you have seen this before. On the back of your book, there is an absolutely free resource, larsonprecalculus.com. It's a website. Anyone can go there. You don't need a code, you don't need a key, you don't need anything. You don't even need to own the book. Your grandmother can go to that website and look at it to her heart's content. And that's where these checkpoints will be. Occasionally, the whole example will be there, okay? Now, in addition to that, calcchat.com is another absolutely free website, and that will be your homework exercises. Will be all the odd number exercises will be found at calcchat.com. Then there's also calcview.com, and certain ones of your homework exercises, not all of them, but just a few of them, they will be given there. I always give odd number exercises for 2 reasons. Number 1, the answers are in the back of the book. If you do the problem, look in the back. If you got the right answer, move on. If you didn't get the right answer, see if you can figure out why you didn't. See if you can figure out how you get that answer. If you can't figure that out, go to calcchat.com. It'll show you how to work the problem. If that still doesn't make sense to you, if that problem was a red letter problem, I'll show you this in a minute, then you can go to calcview.com. If nothing helps you there, then send that to me on that week's homework assignment and let me know you're having problems with it. Remember, you're not getting any points for the homework. It's just, and I didn't say this, so let me do a timeout here. At the end of the term, you'll notice how there were grade nows, meaning I hadn't gotten anything from some students, or I had a 0 there, posted. So if I have more posted than I have grade nows at the end of the term, then if you are on the borderline, like you have a 90 or 89.2 average, that's awfully close to an A, but not quite. But if you have more posts than you have blanks, grade nows, I'll bump you up to the 90. It only works if you're at the borderline. 79.3, that'll bump you up to 80, and that'll give you a B. So that's where the homework, well, number one, the homeworks are there so you can practice on these things. Your test problems are going to be very similar to these homework problems. That's the main reason you do homework. Secondarily, if you're having problems, then you can submit those. Again, you're not getting any points, so go on and tell me which ones are giving you problems, and then we'll try to do those in class the next day. Or I'll work with you individually through email or something else. And yeah, I guess, and those are the advantages of doing the homework. Okay. And then after that, if you have those at the end, that'll bump you up. Okay, any questions on these? It looked like someone may have just come in. Let me see if anyone's waiting. Again, I have so many things open. I cannot, there we go. Let me see. Nope, nobody's waiting. Okay. All right, any questions on example 10, page 42? Oh man, we only got 2 minutes left. This is outrageous. But sorry, we did have some time we had to spend on Blackboard today, so hopefully those times are getting closer to being behind us now. Okay, so let's go back to this current slide. All right. This is example 8. We finished that the other day. You can go to the YouTube video and watch us do that one in gory detail. Here's the new object for today, and we only got a minute to introduce this. Something called a difference quotient. Oh, somebody's just come in. Okay. Now, it didn't give a name. And I don't think it's giving me any other information. All right, who just came in to the class? Okay, we're up to, oh, they went right back out again. I think that may have been spam, okay, because we're back down to 22 people. Because it didn't give me a name, it just gave a period there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, we got everybody. Okay. All right, sorry about that. That probably ate up most of my last minute of talk. Yes, it did. So we'll begin here next time. Sorry, folks. I promise you one of these days we're going to finish 1.4. Okay? And hopefully it will be next time. Okay, I think we got everyone in the class that's coming in the class now, so we shouldn't have to go back through Blackboard again. But let me give you your homework assignment. So let me get the page here in place. Homework assignment. Now this is on starting on pages 44 through 48. A whole bunch of them here. Okay, homework exercises would be any of the odds 5 through 7. Both at Calc Chat, 7's at Calc View. Do number 9, it's at Calc Chat. Odds 11 through 17, they're all at Calc Chat, 11's at Calc View. Any of the odds 19 through 29, they're all at Calc Chat, 21's at Calc View. 31 or 33, they're both at Calc Chat. Now, I told you I promised I would do this. You see here that first group I said 3 or 5? I mean 5 or 7? You see 5 is in dark print, 7, the number 7's in red. That one's at Calc View. 5 and 7 are at Calc Chat. Calc View also has this QR code. If you got a reader for that, like on your cell phone or your smartphone or your tablet or something, you can just go to that. It takes you straight to that problem. You don't have to do this. You can just go to calcview.com and find the problem. Okay, so when I say 21's at Calc View, that means it's in red letter, and therefore that QR code will take you straight there. So either 31 or 33, they're both at Calc Chat. Any of the odds 37 to 41, all at Calc Chat, 37's at Calc View. 43 or 45, both at CalcChat. 43 is at CalcView. 47 or 49, both at CalcChat. 49 is at CalcView. Any of the odds 51 through 55, they're all at Calc. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 47 through 55 with 49 at CalcView. 57 through, there's a whole passel of these. 57 through 71. 57 through 71, they should all be at CalcChat. Okay, we'll pick up the rest of those next time when we finally get to do difference quotients and move into 1.5. Any questions? Yes.
So the homework assignment that you just stated, we are not turning that in, but this is practice exercise for us to do on our own to get us prepared for the test.
Okay. Okay. Now, part of that was right and part of it wasn't. The practice part, getting ready for the test, that's absolutely correct. Now, the other part, for the week, it can be from this group I just gave here or the group I'll give on Thursday. Either one. I'll probably give 2 groups on Thursday, repeating some of these and giving a few more. Okay? Pick at least one problem from any of those homework exercises or checkpoints or WebAssign, you pick it where you want to, and submit to me at least one problem from that group. Now, if you're having difficulty with any of these that I've assigned, I want to see those, and that can be more than one problem. So send me the ones you're having difficulty with, show me what you've done so far, and that'll give me a jumping off point to say, oh, okay, here's where it looks like you may have made the mistake. Okay, so I need at least one homework problem a week, okay? If you want to get that posted 0, you know, that you turn in homework, and that way that could give you advantage at the end of the term if you're right there on the borderline.
So far you need 3 homework assignments?
Say again? Say it again?
3 homework assignments so far, correct?
Okay, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Week 1 homework assignment was actually 2. Your acknowledgement page from your syllabus and your research paper topic. You can go back and do either of those if you haven't gotten those done. That will count as week 1. Then for week 2, at least one homework problem there. Week 3, at least one homework problem. And sometime this week, at least one homework problem. And if you don't get to, I had one student in another class say, look, I was working long hours last week. Or no, her children had just started to school. It may have been in this class, and she had, I think, was doing 4 different, virtual classes and 4 different computers going all day. She just didn't have time to get hers done. She said, can I make them up over the weekend? Absolutely. Anytime that you want to make up past weeks, you can do it. Just indicate, again, your name and what week you're turning in. Okay? Now, no one's still going to claim that red letter homework exercise. That one right there. No name on it, and I haven't been able to figure out whose it is. Some others have turned in with no names, but if I catch that in time, I'll see which email or which Blackboard message that came in through. But this one I didn't catch. I was on her iPad. I didn't catch that, and then once I deleted it, I didn't know which one it was. So let me know if that was yours, and I'll give you credit for that. I think it was week 2, because it was August the 27th, whatever week that was. Okay, August 27th was week 2, yeah. So let me know. All right, any other questions? Good questions so far.
I have a question.
Yes.
I ended up getting Cengage, and it said that I had to have an STS code.
Okay, remember when I showed you in week 1 that it's called instructional something another, instructional information, instructional something another, under week 1, and at the top of the page is PowerPoints. Then it has the recorded lectures. That was my YouTube playlist, and then it had about 5 different instructional resources, and then there was a lab one which had nothing there. The very bottom of the page it said ETC, etc. Under etc., I put Cengage, WebAssign, class key, and it was Lawson.al, then 4 digits, then 4 more digits, spaces after AL and spaces between the 2 sets of 4 digits. That's the class key. All right, glad to. And every week it'll say see week 1, see week 1, for that key. Okay, yeah. Any other questions? No, that's only if you like doing WebAssign and you want to do those. You're perfectly welcome. That's why I have the problems out there. Students have said, yes, I like WebAssign. Okay, there they are. Knock yourself out. Okay, but it's only for your benefit, just like all the homework is for your benefit. Okay? All right, good questions. Any other questions? All right, well then I'm tired of sharing, so I'm going to stop the sharing here. And some people have already been leaving. Oh, no, we still got 22 here. That's wonderful. Okay, if there are no more questions, I'm going to end the meeting for everybody. Any questions? Oh, there they go. Well, if not, we'll see you Thursday morning, 8:30, okay? Take care. I'll post it sometime Wednesday evening. Okay, bye-bye. Goodness gracious. All right, sorry. This has been crazy trying to get the morning started right. Okay. Waiting for a few people to come in. Kelly is here trying to get in. Now my pen won't write. Jamisha is trying to get in. Alondro is here. Alondra, sorry about that. Bennett is here. Azora is here. James is here. Okay, Jalen is here. Okay, good morning. Kiwan is here. Oh, yeah, Jamisha's still trying to get in. Okay, I've got Alondra, Bennett, Azora, James, Jalen, Kiwan. Keelan is here. I think one of the earliest ones here. Kelly is in now. I've already got marked her. Let me see if I can get these others to show up here. Victoria is here. Terrell is here. Morgan is here. Matthew is here. And Kelly. Okay, I've got 12 students in so far. Bennett's out there at the Golden Gate Bridge, looking good. All right, good deal. Good long commute here. All right, all right, got it. I got 12 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually have 13. Interesting. Someone must have checked out after I marked them here, or else I marked someone wrong. But you know, I'd rather have too many marked present than not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. May have been one of those students. Oh, I bet you I know what it is. Okay. I bet you someone's still trying to get in. I'm going to minimize this. And, oh, that's not what I wanted to minimize. There. Bet you it was Jamisha. Okay. Yeah, I think that was the one. Now, unfortunately, I've lost. So I'm got. Oh, just remembered something I've got to do, folks. Sorry about this.